Some time ago I did a video in which I built a freestyle skateboard from scratch. I took a Kill Your Idols from Moonshine Skateboards, I put some Paris trucks on it, and then for the wheels I opted for some Powell Rollerbones. Now, I think I made it pretty clear in the video, I really hated the Rollerbones. I hate these wheels. The skinniness was a little weird to me. You had to use different size spacers, but worse than that, they were just too hard. They were hard, they were noisy, they were slippery, they were awful. Probably some of the worst wheels I've ever used, which is saying something. But last year, there was a urethane drought, and it was getting hard to get any skateboard wheels from any manufacturer. So I had to think. And if you can use Rollerbones, then sure you can use any roller skate wheels. And there must be something more appropriate for freestyle skateboarding. So I tapped up a contact of mine, the distributor for Sure Grip trucks, which I've reviewed in the past. And I got hold of some Sure Grip roller skate wheels. Now these are the 95A Fames. They do them in a solid kind of urethane, and they do this fancy clear urethane, which I was kind of excited about. It looks pretty. And they're 95A. Like the Rollerbones, they are pretty skinny. So I do still need to use special bearing spacers. But at least on paper, they should feel nicer than the Rollerbones. The question is, how do they stand up to the seismic focus? There's only one way to find out. Let's give them a skate. You might have already noticed, but despite being ostensibly 95A, these sound hard. That's quite the hard clatter compared to the 95A Focus, which is a bit more of a dull hit. Very strange considering they're supposed to be the exact same geometer. But even though they're slightly noisier when they hit the floor, they're even noisier when they rub across it. Every time they go sideways on the ground, you get that annoying chattery sound, which you just don't get with a 95A Focus. Now, I put that down completely to the urethane. However, a friend of mine turned up with some decomposed wheels, clear blue ones, that I'm 99% certain are the exact same urethane made in the exact same place. They don't make that chattery noise. Similarly, the Rollerbones did exactly the same thing, that awkward chatter. I'm pretty sure it's down to the shape of the wheel. These sharp edges here, they do give you a bit more grip, but they do create this, which is a little bit annoying to say the least. And just so you know, I'm not exaggerating or making this up, a jaywalk really highlights this very beautifully. And now for the Focus. It's like having stealth mode on. It's beautiful. Now, aside from the noise, the first thing that I noticed about these were that they seemed slow. And for someone who rides his freestyle board around everywhere, that was kind of a problem. They just seemed to drag. But weirdly, they didn't seem to be slow here at the skate park, which I was a bit confused about. And you've got to bear in mind that I'm coming off what I widely consider the best wheels of all time, the 95A Focus. I've been riding these now basically exclusively for years, and they're smooth and they're fast and amazing. So I was kind of disappointed with these. But I got talking with Dan Gesmer over at Seismic about it, talking about urethane. And it turns out you can optimize urethane for certain things. These are artistic roller skate wheels. And despite being ostensibly 95A, I would argue they feel more like a 98 or a 99, but with a bit of grip. My actual gerometer says they're 96, incidentally. Because they're artistic roller skate wheels, they're probably optimized for wood. In other words, they're not going to handle rough asphalt well. Pushing around the average British street, these do not stand up. But in a wooden skate park, they are beautiful. Smooth, fast, and surprisingly grippy. I took them up to LS10 and was pleasantly surprised. But one benefit I wasn't expecting to really get out of these wheels was their performance in rail stands. I don't really do many rail tricks now, but I found very quickly that these just want to land in rail. Because of the differing profile of the wheel compared to the Seismic Focus, the fact that the point of contact is right at the outside edge, you end up with a much greater footprint in rail, the gap between the deck and the bottom edge of the wheel. So doing flips to rail, surprisingly easy on these things. Unfortunately, that doesn't translate to everything in rail. Coconut wheelies on these feel weird. It's not just down to the urethane, it is just that shape. You get onto the coconut wheelie and it just locks in, which sounds like a good thing, but you feel like you're on rails. You feel like there's no control. There's no nuance, no subtlety. The chance of you getting anything out of the coconut wheelie, basically zero. Basic coconut, you just sit on it. Don't even have to worry. But then you do a trick out. Oh. It feels like real work, not an easy one. So if all you want to do is stationary rail tricks, these are a good choice. If you want to do Cocos, I'd stick with the Focus. So here we are, end of the video, end of the review, and once more, we are back in the Offset Skate Supply office. And the really observant amongst you may have noticed, that's my freestyle board on the table, and it doesn't have shore grip wheels on it anymore. So you might be expecting me to sit here and say, oh God, these are terrible, don't buy them. But actually, the reason they're not on my board anymore is because it's been about 2 months since I filmed the last clip, and what do you know? I cocoed them to death. It's the same with any wheel with this profile. Anything that is skinnier by the axle nut and thickens out by the outside lip, yeah, it doesn't hold up to coconut wheelies. So I just literally burned all that away. But that did tell me something quite interesting about these. Because as I mentioned in the video review for the 95A Seismic Focus, you can tell a lot about a wheel by how it stands up to coconut wheelies. When the wheel is dragging along the floor like that, you're tearing at the urethane, and what's left tells you a lot about the quality of it. Now, the Seismic, as you might remember, wears really smoothly. No matter how rough the surface is, it wears quite well. These noticeably chunk up a little bit more, but that's the key, only a little bit more. You can tell this is cheaper urethane, but I've seen some premium brand freestyle wheels that, frankly, put to the same test, look like smashed crabs. They look terrible. So these have actually pulled through pretty well. Still don't recommend doing coconut wheelies on them because you'll wear them out. But they do hold up. Now, as for whether I would skate them again, probably not. The Focus has truly spoiled me. Whether you're skating the 97s, which are what I've got on there now, or these old 95s that I took off the KYI Idols, they roll faster, they roll smoother, they don't wear as fast, they are just great wheels. You get what you pay for, it's premium urethane, and nothing else comes close. But if I was setting up a board specifically for stationary tricks, yeah, I might consider these again. They did just feel that good that I actually started doing rail combos again. What a shocker. But the likelihood of me wanting to do that is slim, so your mileage may vary. If you are the sort of person who just likes sitting in a garage, just flipping a board around in rail, maybe give those a go. There will be some available through the Offset Skate Supply website. I have no idea where else you could get them, but if you want to try a set, go check out offsetskatesupply.co.uk and grab some. See what you think. Leave some comments on underneath this video if you like them, or if you think I'm an idiot and they're the worst wheels ever. I mean, they're not, and I'm not, but you are perfectly entitled to be wrong. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. As for now, I've got work to do. I can't talk to you forever, so go away.